Hello and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Pickel show. And I think today's show is going to make you smile, at least it better. Or if you aren't naturally smiling, then because of this video, you need to force it. So we'll talk about why. All right. So today's show, smiling in your health. So this is interesting information. You know, we think of smiling. What's it all about? You know, we smile. Yeah, okay, that's a day-to-day thing. We don't even think about it sometimes when we smile. And sometimes we do think about it. But how does smiling affect your health, and how can you use this if you have a chronic health condition, a autoimmune condition, chronic health problem, you know, any tools that you can use to help yourself are only good. So you're going to find out how smiling can be one of those. All right. So, in fact, let me take that off and let's look at this. So this is a study, kind of interesting study. It's from the American Psychological Association. And it says your face and moves seem happier when I smile, and just kind of, I'll tell you what all this means here in a minute. Facial action influences the perception of emotional faces and biological motion stimuli. And then, of course, you can read more about the study here, but let me just kind of tell you so you don't really want to. Okay, so kind of interesting. So in this study, basically the way they made people smile, there was a past study that was done kind of similarly where basically they had people hold a pen or a pencil in their mouth, and that kind of pushes you to smile. It's like it forces you to have a smile. And so they made people do this, and then they monitored, what does this do to the brain when you force this smile? And then they actually did it a different way too, but with this study, but kind of interesting. So what they found is that when you smile, this actually stimulates an area of your brain. It's called the amygdala. Now, I know it's an odd name, but the amygdala is an area of your brain. It's one of your emotional centers of the brain. And when you smile, this kind of lights up that amygdala in a good way. And then we get release of neurotransmitters, your brain chemistry. And especially this is going to cause releases of serotonin, dopamine, so you feel happy. Now, the happiness came after the person smiled. The smile triggered this whole response of happiness. So the thought is that, hey, wait a second, if we can encourage a positive state of the brain, of the body, with a smile, or when someone just smiles, can they unintentionally smile? Can you fake a smile, force a smile, and create the same thing? And the study showed absolutely you can. So this tells us that the motor systems in our brain has, sensory systems. So if I touch my finger, I feel it, but also as motor systems to where I can move my finger. Motor means movement, basically. So these emotional areas of the brain, actually not just emotional, perceptual areas of the brain. When we perceive something, this shows that it can trigger a motor response. So not just based on did it really happen. You know, if I put my hand over a hot stove, my motor systems will pull it away reflexively. If it's more of accidental, I mean, if you're forcing it, yeah, not, you can hold it there, of course, but your motor system, if you accidentally do it, are going to pull away. Or there's other motor responses we can get. But so when we smile, this is a motor response creating a stimulus to the brain, to this amygdala area, releasing these neurotransmitters. Now, how does that tie into everything? I'm smiling, okay, that releases serotonin and dopamine. And even if I force my smile unintentionally, I'm already, let's say a person's having a bad day, they already feel lousy every day, not really wanting to smile. So if they force that smile, again, they'll get the release of these things. Now, let's go a step further. This study is just showing how there's this connection in the brain. We perceive happiness. I can smile. That's my muscles now perceiving that I'm sending signals of happiness, even though my brain isn't there yet. As soon as I represent that, now my brain starts to promote the happiness signal, the happiness neurotransmitters. Okay, so let's take that a step further. In other studies with smiling, it's very interesting, not this study, but in other studies that have been done, smiling lowers blood pressure. Pretty neat. It actually boosts your immune system. Hey, very important. So smile, boost your immune system. Smiling also will help with pain relief. So if you have chronic pain, smiling helps with that. Again, that kind of goes into the release of serotonin, which is one of our pain modulating neurotransmitters. So smiling for pain. Also, smiling has been shown in studies to increase your endurance. So let's say you're doing something, you're getting worn out, tired maybe into the day, or maybe you've got to get something done. Smile. All of a sudden, your endurance can go up. Also, from another standpoint, smiling is supposed to better your relationships. So, this can, of course, that can fit into many situations. And then there was actually a study in 2010 where they showed that smiling increases your lifespan. Well, that would make sense if we look at all these other factors that go in, that are benefits of smiling, like lower blood pressure, boosting immune system. Yeah, of course, this can increase your lifespan. So smiling has many, many benefits. So I would like everybody right now to smile. I mean, just do it and hold it there. Count to 10 Mississippis or something. Just do it. And I bet you're going to feel a little different. And just remind yourself through the day, through this weekend, next week, smile. Keep that smile going, because that can really alter your health. I thought this would be some very interesting, helpful information for you today. So hopefully everybody enjoyed today's smiling event. All right. Do share us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I think a lot of people need to know about this important smiling information. And it's something that doesn't cost anything. So, all right. So everybody smile. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you next time. God bless. It turned off and I'm still here. Or I'm still smiling.